Welcome to How to Cook That. I'm Reardon and I've had requests to show you how to make a magic chocolate flour dessert. This dessert is inspired by photos of one you sent me by pastry chef Joaquim Sousa in Portugal. Firstly, you'll need something to go in the middle of your dessert, and I'm using a chocolate macaron, and I have a whole video that shows you how to make macarons, so I'll link to that one in the description below. Next, take some tempered chocolate and pour it out onto some acetate or thin plastic and spread it out nice and thin. Then give it a shake from one side just to smooth out the top and get rid of any air bubbles in your chocolate. Now using the shape, and you can print this shape out from the website, and just use it as a guide to make a curved line in your chocolate, followed by another one and another one all the way down to the end. Then turn that whole sheet around and repeat that, making a curve so that you're making petal shapes. Now, if you don't want to do this by hand, you can instead use 2 sheets of acetate and just cut the shape out of the top one using a utility knife, and then spread chocolate over the top, and when you lift up the top sheet of acetate, you'll be left with the petal shape. And you'll need 12 petals for each of these desserts. Working quickly before your chocolate hardens, curve it up to make a half circle. I'm using cookie cutters to hold it in place. If you have a cylinder that you can use, that would be even better. Now for our base, spread some more chocolate onto the acetate and leave that to firm up, and make 2 chocolate truffles. You can leave them plain or you can fill them with whatever you like. I've got 30 different chocolate truffle recipes on the How to Cook That channel, so you can go through and choose what you want. To assemble the dessert, just use a little bit of chocolate to secure a selection of fruit to the top of your macaron, and then cut circles using a small circle cutter out of that base chocolate, and then cut each circle in half. Take one of your chocolate truffles and use a little bit more chocolate to secure the macaron on top of that. Now this just lifts it off the base so the petals can go around it. Once your chocolate is set, remove the cookie cutters and peel off the acetate, and gently separate out the petals from that spare chocolate, and you can just remelt that spare chocolate and retemper it to use it again. Arrange the petals around a silicone hemisphere mould. If you don't have one of these, you can just arrange them on the bench, but it's going to be a little bit harder. Then using some more chocolate, add the base in place, and this is going to hold all of those petals in place right where we want them. And then repeat that, of course, to make the other half. Now to make our creme anglaise, or the thin custard sauce, you'll need egg yolks, sugar, cream, milk and a vanilla bean. And I'll put all the recipe quantities on the howtocookthat.net website in grams and ounces and cups. Cut your vanilla bean in half and you'll see this sticky mass inside, and just use your knife to scrape it off and add it into the cream. Pour the cream and the milk into a saucepan and then add the vanilla bean pod in there too. While that is heating, whisk together your sugar and your egg yolks. Keep an eye on your cream and milk because you don't want it to boil over, and once it just starts to boil, remove it from the heat. Pour that into the egg yolk mixture, whisking well as you do, and then once that's mixed in really well, pour it back into the saucepan and just put it to one side for now. We'll heat that up in a minute. Now take 1/2 of your petals and use a little bit of chocolate to hold it in place in the centre of your bowl. Then add the chocolate macaron onto the top of that and right in the middle there, and then carefully add the other half into place, trying not to break any of your petals off. If you broke one off like I did, just use a little bit of chocolate to secure it back into place, being careful not to fuse it to the other petals. We want each one to be on its own. Add a decoration to the top. If you have edible flowers, they would be ideal, but I don't have any, so I'm using a strawberry just cut like a flower. And then just leave those at room temperature. Once you're ready to serve the dessert, return your anglaise to the heat and heat it up to 185 degrees Fahrenheit. If you heat it hotter than that, it will curdle the cream. Immediately pour it through a sieve into a jug. Then take your dessert to the table. Pour some hot anglaise into the bowl, and the hot sauce will just melt the base of those petals, making them fall open beautifully and gracefully. You can experiment with different desserts at the centre of your flower, why not even an engagement ring if you want to propose. And make sure you subscribe to How to Cook That for more cakes, chocolates and desserts. Put all of your requests in the comments below. Click here to go to the channel and get that macaron recipe and how to temper chocolate and heaps of other stuff. Here for last week's emoji cheesecakes and here for the How to Cook That website. Have a great week and I'll see you all on Friday.